Still having trouble.
Pick up.
Mary building. Yeah. Something like that.
Feel free to come up and ask questions if you'd like. I'm not that coordinated, so we'll stop and then we'll talk. All right. And if you need to leave early, just let me know so I don't feel like you ran away or anything.
Or you lost.
Or got lost. Yeah. Yeah.
You said you wanted like 11 here.
I do.
How cold is it getting?
Oh, I mean, it can get,
Thanks, guys.
like, the sun melts the snow really quickly when it snows. Not a lot of ice.
This is like right up on here.
I find that Kansas has been down here in Denver. Yeah.
That's
We'll go
okay.
this way. We'll take class. It's all 300 is the sun.
He's flipping all crazy.
It's a very popular time for class. But there's usually about 20 to 28 students in each class, and I've had an introductory biology lecture with about 55 students, and some of my leadership classes have about 8 students. So I found the transition from high school to be really easy, and about 99% of the classes are taught by a professor and not a TA, so I was definitely able to ask. It was rated #1 by the Princeton Review in 2022. I think that's because of all of the health centers are here. So we're in the Science and Engineering Health Center. People wear different vests for different subjects, and you kind of chase that what you want to write about all the way to the final draft. A lot of those people in there have taken the classes. They're usually graduate students, so they kind of know what the professors are looking for, and they're there to help you with that too. The Language Center is before getting too frustrated. And so we have 3 floors here. This one is pretty collaborative. It's pretty quiet today, but you can meet for group projects here too. Bottom floor is silent. We have a So, something that I'd like to point out that makes me really happy is that DU has a preschool on campus that's works in conjunction with the school, but they bring the kids on campus and they play, see them playing every day. It's so cute. So, makes me feel like the community is, right here on campus with us.
Do they have a human development and family studies major?
Not that I know of, but I think that there are some like child development courses that you can take too. There might be though. I can get that information.
Well, I
for
can
you.
look it up too. I just thought, since you mentioned the preschool, I thought you might.
Yeah, I know that you can kind of like student aid there and things like that too.
I missed part of it, so I was wondering if maybe she kept that conservatory when I was in there. Yeah. Okay, they have it. Yeah, it's usually it's classical and jazz, but not like Octagon. No. Because I got a trans kids take a break. Afternoon. And his parents said, you have to go to a place. Is it unique? That would be great. I think no, they took us off the list and dressed them in the water. I have seen that they have very specific ideas. They're right. They're really on the edge, just on the edge. I don't know how far to get to this one of the boys.
So this is kind of the center of this end of campus. This is Campus Green. A lot of people love to hang out here. You'll always find a dog out here if you want to pet a dog. And then a lot of people table for their organizations as well. This is the STERM building, I guess is what we call it. And there's a lot of arts and humanities classes in there, but you're bound to have a class in there during your time at DU. I've had about one every quarter. It's a really large building, and by the time you graduate, you'll learn your way around there. Over here is the Sturm College of Law. That is a graduate law school, and undergraduates don't really go in there, but you can. I've been to a few like law school talks in there and things like that. The transfer house is behind us on the corner there. That is, if you're a transfer student, you're welcome to live in there, and kind of builds a sense of community from what I've heard from my friends that are transfer students. This is the community commons. We'll head in there later on our tour, but that is kind of our student group. So now we'll head into the career center.
So you said this is where people table and things?
Yeah.
Have there been students who have been, with regards to Gaza and Palestine?
I haven't seen anything. Usually you have to reserve a table if you want to like have your student organization, but anyone can kind of assemble it.
Table? Bigger than, something bigger than they're located there. How's it feel?
Typical weather day?
Yeah.
Or is it
Perfect. It's May. No. Don't forget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we came in May, not in January.
Yeah.
It's going to be 80 on Sunday.
I think it's
Yeah. Really not that. I'm a big weather.
getting tired.
It's okay.
We're buildings on campus, and it's LEED Platinum certified. We believe it is one of the most sustainable buildings. We have solar panels on top. And here is a lot of our career development years that can help you with your resume, interview prep, job search, things like that. Through that hallway back there, we have the career closet, which is where you're able to take up to 3 items of business casual or business professional clothing per quarter. And I've used that for my internship interviews, you know, even on Zoom. If I didn't have a black blazer one time and I just went and grabbed one. So I found that if you look your best, you feel your best, and then it's easier to get that job. So DU makes that accessible without having to buy all of those business, professional clothes just for an interview. And then upstairs and through that door is where we have a lot of the career advisors that are on staff here. They have helped me find my internships and critique that resume. And then they also help you after graduation too if you need that. We have our own kind of database here. It's PCO, which is Pioneer Careers Online, and it has jobs that employers have posted where they're specifically looking for DU students. So that's really great if you want to be in the Denver area or around the country too.
Is there any kind of formal curriculum for freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors with regards to career development?
Yes, so in the Daniels College of Business, which is what I can speak for, we have 3 professional development classes. I'm in my 3rd one right now, but you can space those out throughout your years at DU. And then I also take advantage of the major specific advisors in Daniels, and they've also helped me with business career planning, things like that. And DU is really great on advising. When you're a first year, you'll move in a week early, and you'll have your Discoveries orientation that first week, and you will do that with your first year seminar group. So when you become a student, you pick this first year seminar. There's a lot of different topics to choose from. That some of them can be pretty abstract. You can do mathematics, things like that. And then you'll be with that group throughout your Discoveries orientation that first week, and you'll be taking a class with them during that first quarter. And that professor will be your first year advisor. So you'll have that advisor from your class that you can get to know really well, and then once you choose a major or move on to your 2nd year and are undecided, they'll place you with an undecided advisor or a major specific advisor. But that first year group really allows you to get to know people. You have the opportunity to go to the mountain campus with them and really create those bonds early on. Great. Okay, we will head over to the athletics. Thank you.
That hurts or it feels uncomfortable? Uncomfortable. You're doing such a good job though.
There's one in CU Denver. There's also five here. But there's no less focused. Right.
That's our bell tower.
He lost them.
Yeah.
So here is our student fitness center that's available for free for students to use. And we have Pelotons, which I really like. And there's treadmills and things up there. Rock climbing pole. We have Zumba classes, spin classes, basketball courts. Yeah, pretty much everything you can want. And then the community can also buy classes.
Do you have outdoor equipment rental, like if you want to rent your kayak or something, or like rock
Yes.
stuff, or
Yeah.
camping stuff, or anything like that?
So the Center for Sustainability has a lot of those outdoor equipment. If you're looking for like spike ball or soccer, things like that, that will be the front desk at the community commons. And then our Alpine Club has rentals as well. Yes, we can see that. The second on the other side is my pool. 499. And I have actually done club kayaking in here, so they have a bunch of kayaks and teach you how to kayak. It's big. And there are lap hours as well. I believe that might be what's going on.
Did they
No, those are kids.
did they ever switch the lane line so you can swim the 50 meters?
Yeah. I know for the swim team they do that, and then for kayaking they just swim on. Fitness center. I believe they're open until 9.
Well, that's what you
Well,
right.
they open at Our team is the most decorated hockey team in the country. We've won 10 national championships. We recently won our 10th, and that was very fun. Campus was really busy and crazy. And the PIO pit, which is our student section, goes up from there all the way up there. And this is the only sport that you have to pay to attend. At DU, if you're a student, it's $5. For the games that aren't against Colorado College, it's very easy to get a ticket. If they are against Colorado College, you need to get them kind of right when they go on sale.
Is the community center too? And you guys
Yes.
sold out?
It's usually pretty full. For a Colorado College game, it's very full. And the energy is really intense, and they treat the students really well, and give away T-shirts and things like that. And then we also have our hockey campout, which is your chance to get a golden ticket, which is free season tickets. So students will camp out. They'll bring tents, sleeping bags. I've been known to just stay there during the day and go home and sleep at night. But they have a lot of fun activities for the students, food, DJ, and you'll camp out all night. And then I think the first 300 people will get a golden ticket, which is free season tickets. So, it's definitely not the principle of getting the golden ticket. For most people, it's kind of just the experience. Yeah.
Program for something else?
No, we don't do that.
Oh, Harvard does.
Yeah, I'm glad we don't do that. But
Do they ever have broom ball?
yes. And we have a second rink through that door back there that students can free skate on. and they have a broom ball team and things like that. So along with all of our Division I sports, we also have club sports to match those, which compete anywhere from a D2 level, to more of a amateur level. So those are great ways for students to get involved. I was on the club tennis team, and that was a lot of fun, but practices were late at night, and it got to be past my bedtime. And then we also have intramural sports, which is where you can make teams with your friends, with different clubs, and play against other clubs. I know that the leadership program I'm in has one, and they're not very good, but they have a lot of fun, and they have a snack coordinator and things like that. So great way to get involved if you don't want to, really be a D1 athlete. Also in this building, we have the Health and Counseling Center, which is a resource for students to use either with DU insurance or with your own private insurance, but it keeps co-pays pretty low. They have a lot of mental health professionals there and physical health professionals that can, treat you for any illnesses you might pick up your first year. I got strep throat a few times, so good to get some antibiotics on campus. And then they also have a lot of group, interest groups and things like that to keep students healthy and happy.
So if you're in crisis and you need to talk to somebody quickly, can you do that, or is there a wait?
So there is a nurse on call 24/7. I don't know if there's a wait. I haven't done that, but they also have an app, but I know that apps probably aren't what you need when you're in crisis, so the nurse is a good resource too. It also gives parents peace of mind to know there's someone there all the time.
So I'll ask now, but what's social life like on Friday and Saturday night? What's a typical Friday and Saturday like?
So I would say most people go out on Thursdays and Saturdays. People kind of relax on Fridays. But DU, in the winter, there's not a lot of Greek life presence for social life on campus in the winter time, but in the spring and fall is when they kind of do their recruitment and do have parties off campus. There are a few bars that students go to as well if you're of age. I DJ at one of the bars, so that's a lot of fun to kind of have my friends come out and learn that hobby. But it's not like, there aren't a lot of like game days, which you would find at like an SEC school. There are some tailgates for lacrosse, but nothing like, you wouldn't find a large street party here unless they win the championship. Great, okay.
So on a weekend night, a Thursday, Saturday night, do kids go into Denver to do things? Do they hang on campus? Do they hang in the neighborhood?
I'd say mostly in the neighborhood, but as I turned 21, I moved downtown a little bit, but just for like more experience. I don't think a lot of people go downtown because it's more expensive, but a lot of people really like to get a house and have their own space. So you are. Yeah, there is an
Oh, this is beautiful. Yeah. This is amazing.
But it is our carillon, which is kind of a bell system, I guess, up there. So we do have a man that plays it, and he'll play a requested song at about 5 p.m. every day, and then it does go every 25 minutes, too, or 50, not sure. But here we have, yeah, so that is Centennial Hall, and those are first year close to the light rail thing called. Behind it we have Centennial Towers, which is suite style sophomore year living. And then behind that is a light rail stop. So we have our own light rail stop, and you do get a free RTV pass for your 4
So
years.
is that back in Dunning Hall? Like,
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. And then now it's suites or two bathrooms, or
Yeah,
two
they have
bedrooms,
different. They have a kitchen.
Oh, so it's more even focused.
Yeah. So this is the lacrosse field. That's where people watch lacrosse games. This is the soccer field that students aren't really allowed on because the grass is their baby. But the field behind it is what you can use. And yeah, beautiful view.
So is that a dorm too? Over there?
Yeah, we will head in that one. We won't be able to see it in the call, but we'll still.
Okay, is that a second year? Is that first? Oh,
There
that's
are 3 first-year dormitories:
Okay.
Paul's, Demond, and then JMAC, which we'll walk by, which is where I lived.
She said north, middle, and south. So if that's north and that's middle, then it's not like that.
No. Yeah.
It doesn't affect the two between north and middle.
Not really. They're kind of a straight walk.
So I've noticed you don't have a lot of blue lights on campus. I don't think I've seen any blue lights on campus.
You should be able to see one from anywhere.
There's some.
You saw some?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You should be able to, if you're in one, you should be able to see another. But you're right. I
sorry.
don't see it. And then you're right here.
I was talking to one of the kids. In my course, yada, yada, yada. I've never felt unsafe on campus. Here's my blue lights.
I've never seen anyone press it on purpose. Well, some people press it on purpose. But if I have will shuttle you around if you don't want to walk. But I think they are on, yeah, they're on Park. And they're on the beach. It's just, half a block. I have to work my way up sometimes, I won't. Yeah. I've never felt unsafe. I probably
That's funny. Everybody always says the opposite. I'm like, oh my gosh, you like this spiel. It was so funny. Just to stand. It was just like, yeah, he had to switch down.
Yeah, we're traveling. Yeah, we tried to check out our school. Yeah, we go on college tours together and have any other ones planned? Yeah, we're going to do school life and extra state. It's also it's also 60. Okay. But see different so there's working students as well as university hospitals. I did that.
I'm looking into which college. Yeah, I'm a certified nursing aide as well. So basically, you've got the qualifications without the license. Right. Yeah, you know how to sell. Yeah. It's super good. Yeah, and then I heard that some colleges I've been seeing it for years. They've been counting some of that help now. She has a Medicare pharmacy. So her feet's getting tired. Well, it's been a long, long walking too. Yeah. But I'm from Michigan. Yeah. I went from extreme cold to almost like extremely hot, and I feel like Colorado. It's perfect because this campus here, downtown's not too far away. The mountains are too far.
We have the big ball.
Such great like nature.
So the ball and
They don't need mountains. But I would say if they don't live only
yeah, it is like buses, right? Huh?
But that's only, I've only
I'm so tired. I had at 8 a.m.
You'll be the first one to get off. So they're trying to force March energy, and before she puts orthotics on, they're using the tape.
That's it.
Yeah. So that's what you got to look for. I'm flat-footed too, and I have
Everyone on the floor, we can go over there, right? Right? It's different.
yeah, training.
And that was because of my leadership program, being immersed with all those people. But let me think about what was like mission. I'll let you know because that's a good question.
What did you ask her what she doesn't like?
What surprised her most when she first arrived?
That's
Negatively and positively.
That's a really good question.
So we will head in to the residence hall, but I will ask you that you won't film in there because people still live in space.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We get ice cream. You know what flavor you want? You want an ice cream cone? That sounds so good. Vanilla ice cream?
But I think that on those college campuses,
There's more people.
I think that in the seminars that I've been in, which is most of the leadership this is the community commons, which is kind of our student union. We have Starbucks back there, Natural over here, Center for Sustainability and Community Engagement, Cultural Center over there. And then on the second floor, we have the dining hall. And then third floor is a lot of offices. And then we have a rooftop bar as well. We'll head up there too. So what we'll do now is I'll take you up to the dining hall. We'll go buy the ice cream and I'll explain it there. And then we can take the elevator up to the fourth floor. Does anyone want to take the elevator to the second floor? Okay, there's one right there.
We're just going right here. Right?
Yeah,
You
just
think you can go upstairs? Right here? No.
Okay, we'll make our way up and meet you right up there. Okay, yeah. We'll be right over here. Okay?
Sorry.
We'll be, we're gonna try to wrap up by like 11:40. I have class at 12. Here's our bar if you're on page. It is open weeknights. Yes. And then there are also appetizers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Weeknights too around the corner.
Okay.
We can go outside.
That's a gorgeous view,
Yeah.
actually.
Feel free to take pictures.
Oh yeah, definitely going home to take one.
Good night. So yes, students can hang out up here. They have events. These doors all open up, and it's really great. I'll give you a little lay of the land here. You see that big Chipotle sign down Evans there? That is the first ever Chipotle. So that's pretty awesome. There's also a few like restaurants and bars down there that students hang out at. And then the mountains are about 45 minutes away, and then the city's about 15 minutes away via the light rail. I'm not a huge skier, which is okay. I find myself going downtown more than skiing. I've never really been skiing. But if you are interested in those outdoor activities, the Alpine Club is our largest club on campus, and you can join, and they have planned trips for you that you can just hop right in, and they'll take you up to the mountains, Upper Classman Drive, and some of them have a little fee, but I find like dog sledding, ice climbing, and beginner ski trips if you're learning, but also advanced if you want a little bit of fun. So that's a great club to get outdoors that has it pretty much handed to you in plans. So that's really nice. And then our second largest club is Dungeons and Dragons. So we have a really like diverse student population. I was a member of finger painting club for a while. That was fun. Yes. So if we don't have a club, of course you can start it. So that'd be kind of crazy.
Well, I know.
I don't think so. I haven't tried it though.
I think you know, you're great. I just have this random thought.
That would be great. The campus is one giant rectangle. So Yeah, this is through the middle. Have that athletic center, this backside, and then dinner. Yeah, you're thinking across there, right? Yeah, that's the last one. Yes. Yeah, they wanted to make sure that everything didn't look too new, so they kind of implemented those bricks and have an actual buildings. I think a lot of, like most things are 90s and above. Yeah, the student center is brand new, along with the residential. Yes.
No, wait. That'll work. Yeah. Oh, it does work.
Come on, baby. Almost there.
When we stop, we'll be right by the coast. This is the hospitality school right here. They also have events for students. I went to an etiquette dinner there 2 weeks ago. Nice dinner, free dinner. They teach you how to do business dinners.
Oh, that's a great idea.
It went really well.
Yeah, the bathrooms are special. Skirt and a blazer. Those kids have been buy some more clothes?
Well, not the one clothes that you put in the basket. That's news to me. That you have.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Kind of the science and engineering side of campus. So we have the C complex, which is our international studies building. 70% of students on campus study abroad, and DU makes that really accessible through the Charrington Global Scholars Program, which will pay for your flights and your visa. So that's really great if you have a 3.0 and above and are in good standing. You can take advantage of that. And DU makes it really easy also by transferring anything, any merit aid you get here, any financial aid, they'll transfer it to your study abroad school. So that, you know, makes it accessible for people as well. They have partnered with over 100 schools, so they already have that all figured out to make it super easy. I decided not to study abroad because I'm a homebody, but I did do the winter interterm trip in Ireland, so they have smaller week-long trips available in the summer, during that long winter break, and over spring break as well. So you don't need to feel left out if you don't want to study abroad, but you also, it's really easy too. So here is Johnson McFarland, which is another first-year residence hall. The STEM buildings are right just across the street there. So that's where I lived, and the windows are really nice. It's got that 70s charm. I think alumni want to make it a historical building, which I'm all for, but this is Hilltop Apartments, and so a lot of upperclassmen live there if they live on campus, and they're apartment style. Nelson and Nagel are primarily second year, suite style, apartment style, or communal style, you can choose. So that's great for second year live-on requirement. And yeah, we can head, if you'd like to check out the science and engineering buildings, you're welcome to. They're just right across the street there. The School of Music is there as well. But if you'd like to go back to your car, and if you have any questions that I couldn't answer, I can get those answers in the university. So, I'll tell you a little bit more about why I chose DU just to wrap this up. So I'm from Kansas City, and I applied to 20 schools. I didn't know where I wanted to be. I just knew that I wanted a private school and a great education. You know, that year where I applied to all these schools, a lot of people deferred from the previous year, so their application rates were cut in half. And I didn't get into the schools where I really wanted to go. So I said, okay, I'll try DU. I'll come check it out. Business school is really great location, great weather. And I thought, okay, I'll try it, and I'll just transfer. So I came, and I loved it so much that I did not want to leave. So that says quite a bit about me and DU. But I found that the people here are enough, you know, Midwestern, and enough, you know, other parts of the country too, to where everyone's really friendly. Weather's great, campus is walkable, community is very welcoming. They're very happy to have us here. And the alumni have helped me get internships and the career center and things like that. So I feel very prepared with all my multidisciplinary studies through the quarter system too. So if you have any random questions, feel free to ask me, and anything that I couldn't answer we'll get in University Hall. Northwestern. And I'm so glad I didn't go there, because I would not have been happy.
Why?
Because of the weather and the rigor. And I guess it's on the quarter system too, which I liked, but I think that I just have a lot more time to pursue passions.
It seems like there's a decent work-life balance.
Yes, I would definitely agree with that. I don't know if you're like a strictly STEM major, you know, they struggle a little bit, but I'm able to like do things that advance me, like physically, mentally, emotionally, that like it's not just all school.
And it's a pretty collaborative, like kids work together and stuff.
Yeah, it's not competitive. Yeah.
Great tour guide. Yes, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. That was great.
Yeah, and you'll get a survey, and if there's anything that you didn't like or that you did like, just let me know.
Okay, thanks so much.
I appreciate it.
Good luck with everything.
You guys too, with all your busy seasons.
Well, we're heading into
Oh, yeah.
Not yet. So
Yeah.
where are they now?
Well, if we want to go back to the cars and University Hall, we'll go this way, STEM is that way. Bookstores and that way.
I don't think it's time for Sam, and I don't need it. Okay.
Absolutely amazing. Beautiful. That was beautiful.
I mean, you said you wanted root beer, right? Remember I told you I can get you some more root beer? Yeah. Go look at the, actually, sit on the edge of this too. Sit on the edge.